Okay, it is about 5:35, right before 6 o'clock on September 6, 2022. Based upon what I said yesterday about the stock and what was just revealed, I've done the math. I put it out on the board. I'm going to write it down so I have it in the record. But this is potentially a 6-month budget that would include a projected surplus that could potentially be used for a reserve, either in the meantime or could be evaluated in the 6 months that this is being identified for the purposes of which it was spoken of earlier, in order to determine whether or not this reserve would actually meet certain needs. Understanding is there's a certain amount of people it needs to be budgeted for, and in so far as it would be budgeting a daily allotment based on a nutritional need, and the capacity for it to be accounted for, then there is a surplus in terms of what would be actually available, which could be used for any number of things, right? The only thing to understand is that there are two additional items that are not included in what was included yesterday and accounted for differently, i.e., this would be what, based on what was available yesterday, could have already been cubed and frozen. But in order for it to be able to be put to the use it would need to be put to do the kind of development and the kind of fortification that it would be intended for, you would need something on a daily basis to augment it in order to balance it out. And those would be perishable items you would have to acquire. So, like it or not, what has happened with this so-called disposal is that it has provided a nutritionally complete kind of praxis that could be applied with what's available now and with a small allotment based upon what else was available on a daily basis to get what was necessary as a supplement. If you're not satisfied with the variety, what we're talking about is basic nutritional need, but then also the understanding that it can be used as a basis for evaluating the activities in this period so that by that time it would be available. This is comparable to what I was doing for the first 6 months this year, although I wasn't using this kind of policy. I was using more intangible contributions that were based on my legal work, which unfortunately by August 4th had been stolen, right? Much of the record of that, the videos and the audios had been stolen, but not all of it, because I still have stuff on paper, right, that I'm going to be reconciling. But this would be the next 6 months, which means this would be ready when? About March 4th, right? March 4th or March 5th, 6 months from this September 5th would be March 5th. And then 30 days after that would be April 4th. And that would be right on time.